Assalamu alaikum. The war is going on. It's not known how long it will last. Let us all pray for the end of the war and safety to the people. An article has been published in Alarabiya English. I am reading it for your information. Please listen to it. Joseph Habush says in Alarabiya English, US President Joe Biden's quick trip to the Middle East was supposed to see him meet Israeli and Arab leaders to mitigate and contain the violence that has erupted since the October 7 Hamas attack. However, Biden only met Israeli officials after Jordan scrapped a four-way summit between its King Biden and the leaders of Egypt and Palestine. Some US diplomats and officials were left fuming after Biden was seen as worsening the crisis and giving Israel the green light to further inflict heavy civilian losses on Palestinians as part of its military campaign against Hamas. One senior State Department official resigned in a protest earlier this week, while more officials from the Biden administration are preparing to follow suit, according to sources, all of whom spoke on condition of anonymity. They said the way a section of Biden administration officials showed their enthusiasm for Israel and did not consider innocent Palestinians had frustrated many who are now ready to step down from their posts. Several Arab Americans are serving in the Biden administration, and they too have voiced their disappointment with the approach being adopted, sources told at Alarabiya English. Senior officials in the Biden administration have had sit-downs with colleagues in recent days to discuss the administration's positions. Next year's US presidential election appears to have been the overarching theme of how and why Biden has come to make his decisions. The Huffington Post first reported about a dissent cable drafted by current US diplomats and career service officers criticizing the US stance on Israel for being too one-sided. Diplomats told Alarabiya English that Israeli lives were being considered more important than Arab lives when the policy decisions were being made. The US veto against the UN resolution calling for a humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza further motivated some Biden administration officials to consider quitting their roles in the government. But those defending Biden's approach say his stance support for Israel will allow him to have more influence in their decision making regarding a potential invasion of Gaza. Biden has also been a long-time supporter of Israel, dating back to his days as a US senator. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist, Biden said from Israel earlier this week after meeting the families of the victims of the Hamas attack.